The truth about UK pizza delivery, nobody is telling you. British families spend nearly £4 billion on pizza delivery every year, and a significant chunk of that is going somewhere you have never considered. Not to the ingredients, not to the driver, not even to the store making your pizza. It is going to the platform taking 30% off the top before anyone else sees a penny. That large Domino's pizza on your doorstep cost approximately £2 to produce. You paid £22 for it. The dough was not made fresh in that store. The sauce came from an industrial supplier. The cheese arrived pre-shredded in bulk bags. And the delivery app took another £3 before the driver knocked on your door. We investigated what is really inside a UK pizza delivery order, and by the end of this video, you will never order the same way again. Let us start with the dough, because every pizza delivery chain in Britain wants you to believe the dough is being lovingly prepared fresh in the store you ordered from. It is not. Domino's dough arrives at each store in pre-portioned balls, made at a central facility, delivered chilled. Staff prove it in a warming unit and stretch it when your order comes in. That part is real. The stretching happens in store. But the dough itself was not made there. The fermentation did not happen there. The craft of the process, the part that actually creates flavor, happened somewhere else entirely, at scale, in an industrial facility. Pizza Hut operates a similar model. Papa John's markets itself on fresh, never frozen dough, which is technically true for some products, but obscures the fact that fresh dough produced industrially and delivered to a store is a very different thing from dough made by a skilled pizza maker using quality ingredients. Here's the thing about dough. Flavor in bread and pizza base comes primarily from fermentation time. A slow fermented dough developed over 24 to 48 hours has a depth of flavor, a slight tang, a chew that industrially produced dough matched against a commercial timeline simply cannot replicate. You're not getting that from Domino's. You're not getting it from Pizza Hut. The crust you eat on a Friday night delivery pizza is a functional vehicle for toppings. It is not a piece of craft baking, and you are paying £22 for it. Now, the sauce. The tomato base that every pizza delivery chain in Britain describes as rich, flavorful, or made with real tomatoes. The tomato sauce used across major UK pizza delivery chains comes from industrial suppliers. It arrives in large containers. It is consistent across thousands of stores because it is the same product applied the same way in every location. There is nothing wrong with that from a food safety perspective. Industrially produced tomato sauce is not dangerous, but it is not the slow-cooked, hand-seasoned sauce the branding implies. It is a standardized product designed for consistency across volume, not depth of flavor. The cheese is the same story. Pre-shredded mozzarella blend arrives in bulk bags. It is not fresh mozzarella pulled from brine. It is a processed cheese product designed to melt consistently, photograph well, and survive the journey from oven to your door in a cardboard box. Fresh mozzarella weeps moisture and collapses under delivery conditions. Processed mozzarella blend does not. That is not a coincidence. It is an engineering decision made in favor of consistency and shelf stability over flavor and quality. The cheese on your delivery pizza was not chosen because it tastes the best. It was chosen because it performs the best within the constraints of a delivery model. Now let us talk about the platform, because this is the part of the UK pizza delivery story nobody's talking about. Just Eat, Uber Eats, Deliveroo. These three platforms between them dominate UK food delivery, and they take between 25 and 35% commission on every order processed through their apps. On a £22 Domino's order, the platform takes between £5.50 and £7.70 before anyone else sees a penny. The store receives the remainder. From that remainder, they pay for ingredients, staff, rent, utilities, and packaging. And then there is the driver. Most pizza delivery drivers in the UK working for third-party platforms are classified as independent contractors. They are paid per delivery. On a busy Friday night with short routes, that can work adequately. On a quiet Tuesday, covering long distances, it does not. The average UK delivery driver earns between £9 and £12 per hour when fully active. When waiting between orders, that figure drops significantly. The person who drove to your door in the rain on a Friday night earned approximately £2 from that transaction. You paid £22. £2 went to ingredients. £7 went to the platform. The store covered its costs from the remainder. And the driver who made the whole thing possible took £2 and drove back into the rain. That is the economics of UK pizza delivery in 2026. Let us name the chains specifically because they are not all the same. Domino's, the largest pizza delivery chain in Britain with over 1,300 stores. The dough model is as described, the sauce is industrial, and the cheese is a blend. The price at full list is extraordinary. A large pizza at nearly £23 before sides and drinks. Domino's survival as a business model depends almost entirely on promotional pricing. 2 for Tuesday, app deals, and student discounts. Nobody who understands Domino's pays full price. If you are paying full price, you are being significantly overcharged for what you are receiving. The promotional price is closer to what the product is actually worth. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut has a more complex model than Domino's. Its restaurant locations operate differently to its delivery operations. The delivery product quality is broadly comparable to Domino's. The dough is not made fresh in the way the branding implies. The ingredients are industrial. The pricing is slightly more transparent, with fewer of the theatrical full price versus promotional price games. Still not good value at full price, still industrial production, still a delivery model that prioritizes consistency over quality. Papa John's. Papa John's markets itself on better ingredients, better pizza. That slogan does more work than the ingredients justify. The tomato sauce is a point of genuine difference. It is slightly better than Domino's equivalent, more flavorful, less industrial in character. The dough is genuinely fresh, in the sense that it is not frozen. But fresh and artisan are not the same thing, and Papa John's is not artisan. It is a slight step above its competitors on ingredient quality, not a dramatic one. Independent pizza delivery. Here's where the story changes. An independent pizza shop run by someone who actually cares about the product is a fundamentally different proposition to any of the chains above. Independent operators often use longer fermentation doughs. They source mozzarella that has not been pre-shredded and processed for bulk use. They make their own sauce. The toppings are sourced locally in many cases, and critically, they are not paying platform commission on direct orders. Phone your order in, pay cash or card directly, and the economics change significantly. More of your money reaches the people making the food. An independent pizza on a direct order is almost always better value and better quality than a chain equivalent at the same price point. Now, let us talk about something that affects every pizza order you place. The delivery apps have fundamentally changed the economics of food delivery in Britain, and not in your favor. Before Just Eat and Deliveroo dominated the market, most pizza delivery was done directly. You called the shop, they delivered. The money went to the shop. The driver was employed by the shop. That model still exists, but it has been systematically undermined. The apps invested heavily in customer acquisition, discounts, promotions, convenience. They built the habit of ordering through the platform rather than directly. Now the platform is the default, and the platform charges the shop for every customer that comes through it. That charge is passed to you through higher prices. A pizza at Domino's ordered through Uber Eats costs more than the same pizza ordered directly through the Domino's app. Most people do not check. The difference can be £2 to £3 per order. On a family pizza night ordering 3 pizzas and sides, that is £6 to £9 going to a platform in addition to the commission already being charged to the store. The convenience of the app is real. The cost of that convenience is consistently underestimated. So what can you actually do? First, never pay full price at Domino's or Pizza Hut. Ever. The promotional pricing is the real pricing. 2 for Tuesday, app deals, collection discounts. If you cannot find a promotion, do not order. Second, order directly from the chain rather than through a third-party platform where possible. The Domino's app, the Pizza Hut website, the Papa John's direct ordering system all offer better prices than ordering through Just Eat or Uber Eats. Third, seek out independent pizza shops and order directly. Phone the order in, collect if possible, cut the platform entirely. Fourth, ask your local independent about their dough. A shop using slow fermented dough will tell you enthusiastically. A shop using a commercial mix will give you a vague answer. Fifth, consider the economics of making pizza at home. A homemade pizza using proper flour, a 24-hour cold fermented dough, decent tinted tomatoes, and good mozzarella costs approximately 2 to 3 pounds for a large pizza. It takes 15 minutes of active work the night before and 10 minutes the day of cooking. The result will outperform every chain pizza on this list, not occasionally, every single time. Sixth, if you do use a delivery app, check the prices against ordering direct first. The difference is real, and it adds up significantly over time. But here's what should truly concern you. Pizza delivery is just one part of a much larger story about how British families are being systematically overcharged for convenience food through platforms, chains, and industrial production models that have nothing to do with quality. Before we finish, take a second to subscribe and hit like. It helps push this investigation to the people who need to see it. Let us keep going. The pizza on your doorstep is not what the branding promises. The dough is industrial, the sauce is standardized, the cheese is a processed blend. The platform took 30% before anyone else saw a penny. And the driver who brought it to you earned 2 pounds from the transaction. This is not unique to pizza. It is the model that has taken over British food delivery entirely. Convenience has a cost, and that cost is being paid by you, by the drivers, and by the independent businesses that used to make decent food before the platforms ate their margins. None of this means you can never order pizza again, but you should order it with your eyes open. Never pay full price. Order direct where you can. Find a good independent. Make it yourself more often than you think you can. The gap between a 22 pounds Domino's and a 3 pounds homemade pizza is not a gap in difficulty. It is a gap in habit, and habits can change. Because if this is what is happening every time a British family orders a pizza, what do you think is happening every time they order a curry, a Chinese, a burger, or any other takeaway through a platform that takes 30% off the top before the food even starts cooking? The takeaway delivery reality is bigger, hidden, deeper. We are investigating next. Subscribe for more British food exposés. Turn on notifications. The next investigation drops soon, and trust us, you need to see what we found. Comment below. Did you know about the platform commission? Have you ever ordered directly from a pizza shop instead of through an app? And after watching this, will you change how you order on a Friday night? Thanks for watching. Stay informed.